All you really need to know about Claudia Gadelha 152 is that no one has beaten her, except for Joanna Jędrzejczyk. And that in their first match, she only lost by a split decision. Outside of those two matches, Gadelha is exceptional. As a gifted Muay Thai fighter and a BJJ black belt, Gadelha is capable of fighting on the feet and on the ground. Out of her 15 wins, her methods are quite varied: 7 by submission, 6 by decision and 2 by knockout. Believe it or not, this distribution speaks to Gadelha's intelligence as a fighter. As is with many sports, women have a strength disadvantage compared to the men. Consequently, power hitting and in particular, punching are an extremely rare commodity in WMMA. It's why fighters like Amanda Nunes are so highly touted. If Gadelha relied only on her Muay Thai, she'd probably still win a lot of fights, but she wouldn't be able to finish as many opponents as she does now. Instead, she uses her Muay Thai in combination with her wrestling, where she can work her powerful submission game. Even more telling is that she switched to a wrestling-heavy attack upon her arrival in the UFC, meaning that she was able to adjust her strategy to the level of competition on the fly. Despite having such a physical strategy, Gadelha has the type of cardio that can go the distance if necessary. She really is the definition of someone who is as dangerous in the last round as she is in the first. If there's not much to say about her, it's because Gadelha is solid in every area. Jessica Andrade: you might not think it by looking at her record, but Jessica Andrade 166 is primarily a brawler. Because WMMA fighters are often ignored unless they have a national fan base or a heavy push from the organization they're fighting in, people seem to forget that Andrade is tied with Amanda Nunes as the hardest female puncher in the UFC. But unlike Nunes, who primarily employs single and double punches, Andrade is a combination puncher. In a style that has served brawlers well across every sport, Andrade will crouch low and throw booming hooks over the top. Because her reach is shorter than most of her opposition, she gets inside of her opponent's effective range to win boxing exchanges. Her low stance means that retreating opponents have to punch down to reach her while standing straight, often producing a knockdown if Andrade can land a hook to their unguarded chin. She also mixes in body punches, which don't have the same effect as her head shots, but still force her opponents to stay honest during a combination. So why does she have more submissions 7 than knockouts 5? Well, Andrade is intelligent enough to use her grappling against hurt opponents. Again, due to her style, people forget that Andrade is a purple belt in BJJ. She's not the type of ground fighter who can put her opponent down and slowly pass guard into a submission, but she has the proficiency to take a win when it is given to her. As a result, Andrade will pounce on an opponent who has been hurt or shoots for a takedown to grab their neck. 6 out of 7 of her submission wins are by guillotine. She hasn't been able to apply this finishing strategy often in the UFC, but a 74 record and 31 in her last 4 speaks for itself. Prediction: this fight is very even on the feet. Gadelha holds the technical edge, while Andrade has a significant power advantage. Gadelha may catch Andrade with a knee when she weaves low, but Andrade could also catch her over the top. Whoever earns the other fighter's respect on the feet first will be the one advancing, and will likely dictate the terms of the fight. Gadelha does have a significant edge on the ground. Andrade is no slouch, but she's been submitted twice in the UFC by fighters who are a notch below Gadelha in the grappling department. Both of these women are exceptional fighters, but one is a bit better than the other. Gadelha via unanimous decision. Want to share your opinion? Why not write for us? Previous post, next post, next.